Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Friday, April 25th. Coming up on Cullman Today, National Drug Take Back Day, a school board run, and pulling for survivors. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. The Cullman Police Department will be participating in the DEA's National Prescription Drug Take Back Day on Saturday, April 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Cullman Police Department. If you have unused or unwanted prescription drugs, this is a safe, convenient, and responsible way to dispose of them. DEA's National Prescription Drug Take Back Day reflects DEA's commitment to America's safety and health, encouraging the public to remove unneeded medications from their homes as a measure of preventing medication misuse and opioid addiction from ever starting. Cullman Police Department says they are proud to partner with the DEA in this important initiative and encourage everyone in the community to take part. Cheryl Gable Harrison recently announced she's seeking re-election to place 3 on the Cullman City Board of Education. According to her announcement, Harrison has served on the Cullman City Board for the past 5 years, including a 2-year term as board president. Many of the board's visionary projects have already come to fruition, yet Harrison emphasizes that much more remains to be accomplished. She says that over the course of her first term, she gained a deeper understanding of what it takes to uphold the high academic standards Cullman City Schools has for their students, and wants to highlight the successes of the board, which demonstrate the system's commitment to student success and the continued growth of the school system. During her tenure on the school board, a strategic plan successfully reduced chronic absenteeism. School safety was prioritized and was recognized at the state level when Cullman City Primary School was honored with the Alabama Attorney General's Safe Schools Award. Harrison's commitment to the community is deeply personal. Her son Cole will graduate from Cullman High School in May, following in the footsteps of her daughter Sophie, who graduated in 2020. Harrison and her husband Ben are devoted to Cullman and remain steadfast advocates for the city. The Cullman County general election will take place Tuesday, August 26th. Victim Services of Cullman will host its first ever Pulling for Survivors fire truck pull event on Saturday, May 3rd from 10 to 2 in the parking lot of Wildwater, Cullman. The family-friendly event is both a fundraiser and a show of support for community survivors of domestic violence. Teams of 10 consisting of local first responders, businesses, schools, and community members will compete to pull a fully loaded fire truck across a set distance. Spectators are encouraged to come out and support their favorite teams from the sidelines. Individuals can also support the cause by sponsoring a team or donating directly through each team's spotlight page on the Victim Services Facebook page. Funds raised through the event will directly benefit Victim Services, which provides critical resources such as emergency sheltering, counseling, legal advocacy, and recovery support to survivors in the Cullman area. To register a team, become a sponsor, or donate, contact Jessica Atchley at jessica@victimservices.online. And those are the top stories in Cullman today. Coming up, Wallace State softball sweeps Calhoun. Sports is next. Welcome back. In today's sports segment, let's take a look at the latest from Wallace State. The Lions softball team extended their winning streak to 9 games after sweeping Calhoun over the weekend. Wallace State has now won 15 of its last 16 with 2 weeks remaining in the regular season. With the wins over Calhoun, Wallace State improves to 49 overall and 24 in conference play. After winning the first 2 games of the series at Wallace State on Thursday, the Lions traveled to Calhoun to complete the series on Saturday. The Warhawks took a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning of Game 3 with back-to-back doubles. The Lions cut the lead to 2-1 in the top of the second when Charlie Kaiser's sacrifice fly drove home Brandy Phillips. Calhoun pushed their lead to 3-1 with a run in the bottom of the third. Wallace State took its first lead of the game with 3 runs in the top of the fourth inning. After Leah Graves singled to open the inning, Lexi Kelly walked to give the Lion runners at first and second. Tanasia Thomas then singled to center and drove home Graves to trim the lead to 3-2. Kelly then scored on Ashlyn Burns' sacrifice fly to tie the game at 3. Phillips then doubled to plate Thomas and give the Lions a 4-3 lead. After Brooklyn Sertel doubled to open the 5th inning, Blakelyn Austin doubled to bring home Sertel for a 5-3 lead. 2 walks then loaded the bases for the Lions, and Burns was hit by a pitch, plating Austin for a 6-3 lead. Singles by Sertel and Austin and a walk by Graves loaded the bases for Wallace in the top of the 6th. Kelly then grounded into a fielder's choice but drove home Sertel for a 7-3 lead. After Austin scored on a passed ball, Reese Decker singled to plate Graves for a 9-3 lead. Thomas then reached on an error and brought home Kelly for a 10-3 lead. 3 straight singles from Phillips, Kaiser, and Charlie Walker put Wallace in front 13-3. Calhoun added a run in the bottom of the 6th to bring the final score to 13-4. The final game was dominated by both pitchers. Thomas walked to open the game. She stole second and then scored on Burns' double to left. With 2 outs on the board, Sertel homered in to center field, giving the Lions a 3-0 lead. Calhoun scored 2 runs in the bottom of the inning to cut the lead to 3-2. Both teams threatened a couple of times, but the Lions and Warhawks pitching slammed the door shut, sealing a 3-2 win for Wallace State. Burns finished with 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored to lead the Lions at the plate. Sertel added a hit and 2 RBIs. Madeline Howard pitched a complete game to earn the win, allowing 2 runs on 6 hits and striking out 5. Wallace will start a 4-game conference series with Coastal South with a doubleheader at home today. And that wraps up sports for today. After the break, we'll bring you 4 stories in under 4 minutes, including Master Gardener Plant Sale and this year's CRMC Gala. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. While you're out at the Alabama Strawberry Festival this weekend, the Cullman Public Library invites you to stop by for their Strawberry Festival book sale. Books will be priced 50 cents each or $3 for a bag full. The library will be open Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Cullman County Master Gardeners are hosting their spring plant sale this weekend. The sale will include native plants, milkweed, fruits, houseplants, heirloom and unique tomato varieties, a fantastic selection at fantastic prices. Stop by Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Cullman County Fairgrounds in and around Building 3 on Sportsman Lake Road. The annual Cullman Regional Foundation Gala will take place this Saturday, April 26th at 5:30 at the venue at Cotton Creek. Gala 24's theme is Old Florida. The evening will feature dinner, a special program, and silent and live auctions. The annual event, which recognizes individuals who have played a significant role in advancing health care for our community, will culminate in honoring H.C. Arnold Humanitarian Award honoree, Mr. Tim Culpepper, the Dr. Herman C. Enzer Excellence in Healthcare honoree, Ms. Sharna Brown, McAfee Commitment to a Cause honoree, Dr. George Lyrene, and the Spirit of Volunteerism honoree, Ms. Stephanie Jowers. Annual fundraising events like the gala give community members an opportunity to become more involved in local philanthropy. Cullman Commission on Aging will host Senior Day at the Alabama Strawberry Festival this Friday from 10 to 1. Senior attendees can expect to enjoy special activities arranged by the Active Adult Center, door prize drawings and fun giveaways by local businesses that support the senior community, along with bingo sponsored by Premier Bank of the South. There will also be free lunch to the first 400 seniors. This year's event has been moved from Fetz Hall Platts to Depot Park under the big canopy. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Cullman's in full bloom in the newest edition of Community Matters from the Cullman Tribune. Discover fresh dining spots, celebrate community connections, and meet local heroes making a real difference. From stunning sights to courtside lights, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Pick up your free copy around town or read it online today. Community Matters. Get to know your community.
Let's take a moment to pause as we pay our respects to those who lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Mary Ann Clark, age 90, of Crane Hill, passed away on Tuesday, April 22nd. She will be laid to rest at Cullman Heritage Cemetery. Memorial service for Myra Angela Deese will be April 25th at 4 p.m. with visitation at 3:30 p.m. for friends and family at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Doyle Everett Sadler, 96, of Cullman, passed away April 22nd. A graveside service will be at 1:30 p.m. Saturday, April 26th at Garden City Cemetery. Visitation will be prior to the service from 11 to 1 at Hanceville Funeral Home. Rosella Spiegel Akers, age 86, of Cullman, passed away on Wednesday, April 23rd. The family will receive friends and family for visitation Saturday, April 26th from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home. A celebration of life funeral service will be held Sunday, April 27th at 2 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home. Rosella will be laid to rest in Bowman's Chapel Cemetery. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weekend weather forecast. Today, we'll likely see showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, with chances decreasing into the evening. Expect a high near 79 and a low around 63. Saturday, there's a slight chance of showers with partly sunny skies, a high near 80 and a low around 58. Sunday, we finally see a break in the rain with partly sunny skies, a high near 79 and a low around 60. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful weekend, Cullman.